Welcome back to Data Solution. I hope you are doing very well. In this video, we are going to learn about the for loop in Snowflake scripting. We have already covered the basic loop and the while loop in previous video, which are available in Snowflake scripting playlist. Before we begin, I kindly request you to subscribe the channel and like this video. If you have any question regarding Snowflake scripting, feel free to ask in comment box and I will ensure your question are answered. Now let's get started with the for loop. A for loop repeats a sequence of steps for a specified number of times or for each row in a result set. Snowflake scripting supports the three types of for loop: counter-based for loop, cursor-based for loop, and result set-based for loop. So let's start with counter-based for loop. A counter-based for loop execute a specified number of times. Syntax of counter-based for loop here is very simple: for loop, then variable, this is the iterator variable, then in keyword which specified the range of value from start to end, then this is the optional keyword reverse keyword which allow the for loop to iterate from downward in reverse order and to start in descending order. And if you do not use here reverse keyword, then start from start to end in ascending order, then do, or we can use here loop. Then here we can write here for loop statement, we can use here multiple statement with comma separated, then end with end of for loop. Here if you use here do, then end with end for. If you use here loop, then end with end loop. Then this is the level, this is optional keyword. So let's do some demonstration for counter based for loop. We declare a variable ds varchar data type, assign operator, and this is the initial value to ds empty string. Then begin and end, this is the block section with start with begin and end with end keyword. Then we use here for loop, this is the iterator variable which is I, then in keyword, then range of value 1 to 3. Then we start with loop, then we use here ds assign operator, ds concatenate with welcome, then current value of I, which iterate from 1 to 3 times. Then end of the loop, then return ds value of ds. If I execute this statement, you can see here it's concatenate 3 times, welcome 1, welcome 2, welcome 3. Okay, let's see another example. Here we use here loop, now we use here do and end with end for. As we see in do or loop, we can use one of in for loop. If you use here do, then end with end for. If you use here loop, then end with end loop. So both is same syntax, okay, and same value return. Okay, let's do another example. We again declare variable ds varchar data type and empty string initial value to ds, then begin for loop, then I, this is iterator variable, then in here we start with 5 to 10, it's iterate 5 times, exactly 5 to 10. Okay, it start from starting count 5 and end with 10. So do ds concatenate with double pipe with ds welcome I, current value of I. First iterate welcome 5, then again iterate welcome 6, welcome 7, welcome 8, welcome 9, and welcome 10. So let's execute and you can see here it iterate welcome 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's do another example. We declare variable counter with integer data type, default value 0, which is initial value to counter, maximum count, another variable integer data type, again default value 5. Then begin and end section of block, then we use here for loop I, this is the iterator variable, in 1 to maximum count, which is default value is 5. Then we use here do keyword, counter assign operator, counter plus 1. It iterate 5 times, so it's add up to 5, 1 at a time. Initial value is 0, then iterate 5 times, so it should be sum of 5. Total count is 5. Okay, you can see here. Now next for loop is cursor based for loop. A cursor based for loop iterate over result set. The number of iteration is determined by the number of row in a cursor. Syntax of cursor based for loop is here very simple: for loop, then iterator variable, then in keyword, then cursor name, then we can use here do, Then we can use here statement of for loop. We can use here multiple statement with comma separated, then end of the for loop. And here is the level. We can specify level as well, but this is the optional keyword. Okay, so let's do some demonstration for cursor based for loop. We here creating table for demonstration, invoice table with one column price, which is number, data type. Let's insert sample data into invoice table. Here two record inserted. Now let's understand cursor based for loop. We define here variable total price, which is float. Then we define here cursor C1, which is cursor data type 4. This is the cursor. We will learn cursor in an upcoming video. So for now I define here cursor C1. This is the cursor variable. Then cursor data type 4. Select price from invoice. Then beginning and end section of the block. Then we initialize here initial value to total price is 0.01 with sign operator. Then 4, this is the variable record in C1, which is cursor. Then we use here do total price is total price plus record dot price. This is the column name. Okay, end of the for loop. So it's a return the sum of record price. Okay, so if I execute this statement, you can see here 33.33. Okay, now next loop is result set based for loop. A result set based for loop iterate over a result set. The number of iteration is determined by the number of row returned by result set query. The syntax of result set based for loop is here very simple. For loop, then iteration variable, then in, then result set name, then do statement. We can specify here statement in between for loop, then end of the for loop, and then specify level. So let's use same table. We already created an insert data. So let's understand here anonymous block. We define here variable in declare section total price, which is float, rs, which is result data type, beginning and end, total price initial value 0.01, then result set it stored value for this SQL statement. So here is the select price from invoice table, and it's stored in rs in as a result set data type 4. Then we use here for loop 4 record in rs. Then we use here to total price assign operator total price plus record dot price. This is the column name for this invoice table. Okay, then end of the for loop return total price. So if I execute this statement, you can see here same results. Okay, so that's all for this video. If you found it helpful, please subscribe this channel and like this video. Thank you for watching. I look forward to see you in another video. Thank you.